Well, well, a lot of people have asked me, hey, how did this thing shoot? So I made this video to talk about how it shot at the range today. Also, disclaimer: nobody asked me, but these are the pleasant lies we all tell each other. Why I made this video? Why I really made this video? I don't know. 1,000 years ago, people were playing with rocks. Simpler times, happier times. But also, everyone worried about creatures in the ocean, sharks, whales, octopus. They're all defeated with string or long string and a hook. It is what it is. But a grown man is easily defeated with a woman wearing a G string that likes the hook. Anyway, and point is this: nobody told me to do this. But hi, what? Anyways, I went to the range. Somehow I'm trying to do a cigar comedy piano gun channel. It's all connected. The weapon's already been cleared. Yes, you see some mags there and some are loaded, but no, this is empty mag clear. And you're gonna have to just trust me, right? First off, it's shot at, believe it or not, even with all the value features on this, in some ways I like the way it's shot better than the 6906, which is the same exact dimensions as far as same gun, but this is single stack and the other 6906 is double stack, or the 669, which is double stack in the earlier generation. But I think what I liked about this, the tolerances in some ways were a little more forgiving. It's a little looser. Not as form fit. The real versions, the 669 or the 6906, or for example, like a 3913, which is a 6906, but just single stack. The point is, the whole premium lines, those are built at tighter tolerances. This is a looser gun. You could even see spacing. Can you see it? Can't see it. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ? Yeah, you see it. You can't do that on. Why can't I catch you with the camera? You can see straight through the gun. I mean, it's, you normally can't see that with a 669, and I don't know why I can't get you to see it right now on the camera. The point is, also, not that it's like has loose tolerances like Glock, but there's no internal rails as the premium lines. This was the end of the value lines, but now the finish, the slide, is the same as far as, looks like satin bead blast. It's very nice looking color of the stainless steel, but and the accuracy was, in fact, is similar, not better, but not really worse, But I'm talking about actually the way it functioned, though. Cycling, follow-up shots, resets. This thing I got pretty much in like new condition, and the trigger on this was phenomenal. Like these things be calling a value gun. It's like just basically put some, because they had some plastic, but the plastic sides were nice though. They were dead on, and the plastic guide rod. It doesn't affect it at all. The follow-up shots on this thing, like I was doing triple taps, just it was so slick. I was very happy with it. So if you're familiar with the 59 series and the 69 series, you come over to a 908, it's just thinner, value lined, and even though this was in my best condition, this is the one I like to carry sometimes too, because this is also, you could say in some ways, the least valuable. Yeah, if these were all being brand new in the original intent, but in reality now that these are more collectibles, maybe this I should not carry it because it's pristine, but I do like the single stack. Is very easy to conceal, but and yeah, okay, 8 rounds, 8 plus 1 or 9. And the other good thing was I tested this Pro Mag, and I'm gonna buy some more of these. I don't normally recommend Pro Mags, and it is what it is, but sometimes I could tell you this: the double stack Pro Mags I have in the 59 series or the 69 series, they just stick out. They were flawless. Now this is a newer type of Pro Mag with the Smith & Wesson the type of finish on and everything. So, but and the follower's not bad on those. And I could say they've been 100% flawless in my 59, 5906, and in my 69, both 69s. 69, a lot of 69. This revolver's here just because it's here. So, this Pro Mag, 9-rounder, it's going to stick out. So you could use this in a 39. This is a equivalent to a 3913, but obviously it's a 908. It's the value version, but so it's going to stick out plus, plus 1 in a sense. Or if you had like a cheap special, it'll stick out plus 2. Those are really hard to find, the flush ones. So anyways, yeah, so if you need some extra mags, just, clean them, take them apart, get any crud out of them when you first get them, and then maybe, once a year or twice a year if you want, depending on how much you shoot, take the follower off, take the base plate, take out the follower and the springs, clean them out. I don't recommend them really lubrication, might want to use a little tiny bit of ram oil just to clear it out, but make sure then you wipe it out down dry, and then reassemble. But I can't stress enough, I had no issues with failure to feeds with that, and I tried to. I tried this with hollow points. I tried this, different kinds of ammo in the same mag, because I really try to, because the Smith mags all day, I don't worry about nothing, and these ones I need to clean. But like these followers, the red followers, they show the grit very easily, but that will come right off with one or two wipes of a rag. I'm wiping my finger right now, but you can see. So yeah, I like those red followers. So I put 100 rounds of 115 range ammo. I love how full metal jackets are called range ammo, but the rest of the world, they use it for war. But it's okay. The 7.62 that hit me was only full metal jacket. It only pokes holes. They're not. But anyways, this model's growing on me. I must say, after shooting this particular model 908, I've had the 39 compact, not the 13, but the 3914, I think it was, because it was the blue one. This thing shot with this little bit of a slightly heavier slide, even though the slide is more blocky than the 3913, with maybe just a little bit of added weight to it, or the way it soaks up the recoil. Not that these things have might consider like not a recoil at all, but what I'm saying is this one didn't shoot worse than the 3914, and this one didn't shoot worse than the double stack version of the 6906. And I think with that thin grip, I mean, dude, this thing just, and I have massive hands, but this thing just literally just like, my God, you can get a massive grip on this thing. Massive grip. Fucking, not that the 696 is a big grip in my opinion at all, but like this, and then with this little extension here, like it feels like a really nice 1911 in the hand. And with the, people don't realize the benefits of DASA, so when you're carrying it, the hammer's down, safety off, and that first pull is like, are you sure? And then it's like, once your asker out, then once your asker out, it's in single action, which that sounds like the opposite if you're single. But my point is though, once you get permission, that thing every time you're ready, that hammer's ready to go. The reset on this is so stupid. When you can't really appreciate the actually shooting it. I'm gonna take this apart now and see how dirty it got for about 150 rounds total, because I had a bunch of loose hollow points of various brands from different mags I unloaded, and it's just also testing this. Not one malfunction at all. Accuracy was very solid for what it is, a compact 9mm. My goodness, yeah, it shoots better than a 365 or something like that. I can't stress that enough. Yep, okay, it has to be accepted. At least when I shot, when I before I went to the range, these things were clean, and there was little slips of thousands. So you're going to see a little bit of, that oil grease in a sense, getting a little fouled up, but it's still slick on these rails, and this will come off very easily. I'm not going to clean it live, but I'll do that and put it back together. But so you can see here, that just wipes down. When you keep, you clean your guns regularly and you shoot them, and you have fresh lubrication on them. When you do shoot them, that carbon and grit that builds up on it comes right off, because it sounds like you let it get. If you keep going to the range and don't clean it and don't lubricate it, or just you clean and lubed it and then just do it once or twice a year, I mean, God bless, but I'm gonna obviously really detail clean this. I'm just showing you how everything's just coming up. It's so hard doing this with one hand. I feel like I'm wiping my ass blindfolded. Not that I've ever done that on a Saturday night. But yeah, that comes right off. So anyways, yeah, I didn't see any deviation in accuracy without having this lug. If anything, maybe you could, and this might be sound like a stretch, but this one doesn't have a lug. All the other 59 series, 69 series, the premium lines have a lug that lock into the slide. Now that might give it a different timing, where the barrel and the slide are one right here, not just here, but here. And the timing of that, perhaps, maybe I'm thinking, maybe it might give it a little more accuracy or a little more lock time or dwell time, which could change maybe perceived recoil. Maybe that dwell time might be better for recoil, perhaps. At the same time, though, in my mind, I felt the cyclic rate of this was the same, if not a smidgen faster than the 6906. And that could be because of not having a lug. Now, maybe having the lug does give it maybe a little less, maybe, but then again, this has a heavier slide. So maybe if this had the same weight slide as the 39 series or the 69 series, you would notice a little more recoil due to that not having the lug right here, and where the space of the lug and the lug here, where it locks up, and as it's cycling, be more unison. So I don't know. The point is, it shot great. It was very pleasurable, and don't worry, I'll clean all these things. You could trust me. I'm not. This is not the cleaning. I'm just showing demonstration purposes. I don't know why. Yeah, everything's gonna come off real nice. But yeah, so 100% reliability. No problems. No cycling issues. No feeding. I even shot it on an angle, not totally sideways, but instead of 90 up and down, maybe a 45, 50 degrees on either side. See if it would affect ejection. It sounds stupid, but it's not. It's not. In real life, you might be shooting around a corner or from cover or from just a bizarre angle. I don't know. Maybe I was gonna make a joke about something, but I don't know if it's appropriate. So my point is this. What's my point? Shot great. So if you do find a 9OS in good condition, I have no problem with it. I clean with Rem oil, very little though. You don't need that much at all. Lightly. Take your time, bristle, a toothbrush, wipe things down, and then I wipe everything very dry, and then I'll just use a little Slip 2000. Now, there's other brands I recommend as well. Absolutely. I have Lucas, I have this and that. But right now I'm just going through some Slip 2000, and it's not like one's like, oh yeah, and the other one sucks. I mean, all lube is better than no lube, but there are other lubes that are what are those? Organic, or what are they called? It's edible, it's natural based. You could use it on your chicken or something like that, or on your steak or your bagel. I don't know, but I don't know about that. I mean, I like my gun lube chemical stuff, but I recommend wearing gloves. But you don't need that much of anything, whether you're lubing or cleaning. You don't need that much, and wear some gloves. This was just demonstration. One-handing shit sucks, and that's just there because it's there. It's 357. So anyways, I'm gonna put this back together. All the mags work great. Base plate without the finger groove. There you go. Rem oil. Take that. Sound like Puff Daddy. Big Diddy was his name? Puff Daddy? P Diddy? Take that. Won't stop. Can't stop. There's the flush one. There's the finger ones. And then the extendo. So you can pick these up for like $15. Cheap. Do I recommend them? I prefer Smith & Wesson 100%. But it doesn't hurt to have these. And they work in the 39 series. Flawless. Just clean them when you get them. Make sure there's no funky shit in there. Really surprised that these work phenomenal. So, would you rather have these? Yeah. Carry these maybe. So then maybe, I don't know, but you go to the range, blast through with your this is what it is. Or if you want to have an extra round, Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't. When I say this, I use this loosely here. I would carry that mag if there was only extra mag I had, or as two extra mags and being single stack. Yeah, I wouldn't mind throwing that 9 rounder Pro Mag in there. Do I like Pro Mag? I like what they try to do. They make a lot of mags for stuff that's discontinued, or but each one's a case by case depending on the gun and the model. And that's what I'm saying is, never trust Pro Mag without testing. I can't stress that enough. But in the Smith & Wesson 3rd Gen, the way they're designed, they're so reliable, and they feed anything. The 39 and the 69 and the 59 series, so the double stack and the single stacks, all the Pro Mags are cheap, and they work flawless for me. Could they work flawless for you? Well, probably a good chance. So I'm not saying to get them. I'm saying add them into your collection, because you could cheaply add a bunch of more mags. Recommend Smiths, but it is what it is. I guess we'll come back and say goodbye. But yeah, I mean, what did about 150 rounds get this thing? Not that dirty. We'll clean that up. Don't worry, we'll clean you up. That's all right. It's what it is. Stay fresh. But yeah, so if you do see a 908 or 908S, I recommend it. There's nothing wrong with a single stack 9mm, especially if you get good stuff like this. Civil Defense, Liberty Ammo, smoking. Cycle everything. Do I recommend using Plus P in this? There's no problem with it. Don't believe that bullshit. It's gonna wear your springs out faster. Most people are shooting, range ammo, normal pressure, and then if you carry with some Plus Ps, it's not gonna break the gun. Now, use a mag, make sure it works in the gun. But if it's a Smith, it's going to work. I can't stress it enough. If your spring is so worn the fuck out, or your mags are so worn out that with Plus P ammo, it cycles faster, and then now the spring can't keep up, and then that way when that comes back, the mag can't keep up and have the next round there fast enough, because this gives this dwell time to come back, so that way you can pull out the empty case, and then gives it the magazine time to put the fresh one. Have it there, baby, because it has to go over and back. I can't stress that enough. So if the timing's off, this and the mag are very important. But obviously, the mag, you could have issues with feed lips or things being bent or something. That's another issue. But just wear and tear of the springs. Yeah. So best bet when you have one of these, buy an extra one and then keep an eye on the lens. So you have the one, and then keep one you don't use next to it, and look at the lens, make a mark or whatever. And at what point would you say swap it out? Full size, it would last longer. It's a longer spring, and it's a longer, heavier slide. So probably actually need a weaker spring, because mass never goes away. When you go with the same type of gun but a shorter version, you're going to need a stronger spring because you have less mass here, and so it's going to have to be working harder with the same caliber, or the gun's just going to wear out faster. Or both. So yeah, so bottom line is, with mid-size or compacts, of course the spring's going to wear out faster than a full size, because the full size is probably the original intent, and that's what it was designed for, and everything else is just going to be picture a big guy carrying a certain amount of weight, and then the smaller person doing the same thing. It's going to be harder for him, so it's what it is. Full-size truck tows easier than a mid-size. A mid-size might be able to tow something similar as the full-size for a short amount of time, but it's going to wear out and work harder. Can't stress that enough. Won't stop. Can't stop. That's just there. So, in conclusion, they're all clean now. This one's got more of a polished finish. We're not going to go into that right now. That's 357, but that was a great pawn shop find. That's with a W. Pawn shop, not a pawn shop. I guess both places you can get fucked, though. Generally speaking, people that are selling to a pawn shop probably gonna get fucked. But the people buying from a pawn shop might get fucked less. I guess if you know what you're doing. Yeah, that Rossi is awesome. 2000 and I forget what year it was made. Oof, it's an older one. Oof, was that 2000? It was like the year after the recall ended. Like there was a recall for certain years, and it was like the following year. So this was no recall on this one. I never had issue with that. I shoot full power magnums, 38 plus B, plus B plus, 38 standards. This thing is these old school Rossi, man. I can't stress enough. This thing is phenomenal. We're not here to talk about that, but this thing was, it's great carry gun. The weight on it, all steel, polished. I mean, yeah. It could have been Calder Smith is better in some aspects, of course. But this is better because I don't care about it. To say I don't care about it getting beaten up is false. What I'm saying is it's not an heirloom. So this is something that I'll shoot a lot and carry a lot and be just as well protected with the 6. And even though it's J frame like a Smith, that's 6 shot, not 5 shot. So it's nice. You're getting like K frame capacity with 6 shot. So that's kind of nice. That's as small as you can make a stub nose 3-7, and that's 6 rounds. 6 rounds of party. This is all clean. Very happy the way it's shot. For a budget model, I mean, fuck, that thing is very professional. The trigger was great. Reset was great. It felt a little looser tolerances than like a 39-13 or 14 or 59-06 or 16-06, but it shot great. And maybe the timing is maybe a little faster compared with 69-06 because without the lug, I feel like the groups were a little tighter on the 69-06, but without the lug, I'm only assuming the lockup time is faster, right? Because nothing has to go. The lug doesn't have to go into the what would you call it? The lug port, the lug chamber. Things aren't getting lugged. I don't know. So everything has a pro and con, but we'll see how this holds up. But I'm not beating the shit out of it though. But I will shoot it. I will use it. Check around. Stay fresh. 908S. Flawless using it, even with the shitty Pro Mags. And they work in these. I was surprised. Flawlessly. Lock back, everything. Everything was good. All right, I'm out of here. Take it easy.